3.
Ties and Tiaras. Learn more right after this.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome to Community Watch. Greg,
Doc,
how are you doing?
I'm not going to complain.
Good. I am so tired of you complaining. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But as my grandmama used to say, no one wants to really hear it, so you don't even go there with it. But I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
Well, good. Now, I know part of what we're talking about today is an event that I wasn't aware of till you told me about it.
Well, I was made aware of it through a close friend, and you know, we do a lot of events. We talk about a lot of events promoting the community, but some are truly special events that even if, in my mind, if you can't attend, you still need to support because it's, well, we'll let the guests talk about it, but this is one of the events that when I saw it, I was like, it's no question that we have to do a show on this one.
And it's
Called Ties and
Tiaras.
Tiaras. It's a father and daughter dance.
Okay.
It's a memorial scholarship for the late Nim Russell.
Well, luckily, we've got a couple of guests who know all about this.
Correct.
And they will join us in a minute. Do not go away. We've got a lot of information coming, and we'll be right back.
Your life is filled with opportunities to show the world you can take charge. It's waking up each day with a mission. It's working each day toward a goal. It's choosing to rise. It's charging forward with a purpose. It's changing the course of your life and taking charge of your future. If you're ready to be a Take Charger, enroll at Georgia Highlands College today.
Welcome back to Community Watch. We are very happy to have with us today Julia Russell and Marvin Williams. Welcome.
Well,
Good to be here.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm the one that knows like nothing. So is that kind of typical?
Sometimes.
Yeah. All right. So
That's about 50-50,
yeah.
you know.
All right. So
60-40.
Tell me about how the idea for this event started.
Okay. This is an umbrella up under the Nim B. Russell Foundation, which is a Nim B. Russell Scholarship. We've been blessed the last 2 years to give scholarships off to students. The first year was 1 scholarship. This past year, 2017, we gave away 3 scholarships. And we would like to keep that up. And so we have to come up with fundraisers, ideas, in order to put back what you have spent out. And so under the scholarship foundation section of the Memorial Foundation for Nim Russell, I think everybody will know that he was the pastor of Thankful Missionary Baptist Church here in Rome, Georgia, until he was killed in an accident on March the 30th, 2014. And so in order to keep the legacy alive, he was a community man. He pastored Thankful, but he was a community man. Matter of fact, I would like to say he was a man that was concerned about the nation. He went to Liberia and everywhere carrying the word of God. So in order to continue to allow him to put some things in place in his honor in Rome, we decided to come up with a fundraiser, the Father and Daughter Dance. And the reason we came up with that, also to raise the proceeds, but also to give daughter, little princes or grown princes, it doesn't matter, an opportunity for them to spend the night with their father. And so that night, June the 16th, we will be at the Civic Center right here in Rome from 6 to 10. We have a treat for the father. We will have a live entertainment. We will have a full-course meal. And so we're just asking for fathers to come out, because one thing I do know and I realize with my daughters and their dad, they had father and daughter date nights. Mom could be nowhere around. So y'all know how I felt about that. But I was glad I yield to that, because they talk about that now, even though that their father is gone. And so Dad taught them how a man's supposed to open the door for a woman. A man's supposed to pull the chair out for the woman. And so little things like that will teach them how to value a man and what type of man to look for. Because nowadays, all kind of images are portrayed to female about males. And so this particular night, we're even asking dad that do not have a daughter, but you see the importance. Volunteer to be a dad that night. We're not asking you to pick the young lady up. The mother will bring her to the Civic Center, but you will pull her chair out. You will dance with her that night. And so we're just trying to make an impact and an influence on our little princes, or if your daughter is already grown, it will still give an opportunity for a dad and a daughter to continue to cultivate that relationship. And I believe it'll be a night of fun, laughter, that, you know, will be remembered. That's what we're trying to do, is to paint a positive picture.
Now, you have said a number of things we need to follow up on.
Okay.
But the first thing that struck me, 2014.
Yes, sir.
Has it been that long?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seems like it just happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, it doesn't for me and my children.
I'm sure
I understand what you're saying, but we've gotten through that,
Yeah.
and so like I say now, I just want to continue to make an impact in Rome and Floyd County, surrounding counties, any way possible, to continue to allow the legacy to live, because he was truly a community. It wasn't even though he pastored at Thankful, there was time that judges and lawyers and the mayor, everybody called on him. And if he could do anything to help mankind, that's what it was all about. He would do it. And so we saw that, me, the children, and even I think people throughout the city saw that. And so me being his better half, if you want to call it, I'm just trying to keep it going, keep it alive. Yeah.
But it's needed. And I know you have some questions, because I truly believe having a daughter, the way you raise it, people may not like Farrakhan, but he said something years ago, I understand. He said, a nation can only rise as high as its women.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we talk about little boys, but I didn't worry about little boys when it came to my daughter, because I knew my daughter knew what was acceptable and not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes while we want to mentor young men, but if you have a standard in young ladies,
Yes.
you don't have to worry about certain kind of young boys, because they won't even bother with them, because they have an expectation of how they want to be approached and what they're looking for. And I think that is so important for an event like this, because I think sometimes we forget it's two people in a relationship, and men will change what we do if it's a young lady we want to pursue. Women pretty much, they where they are, but we'll rise to the occasion if it's somebody we're really interested in. So I think having a day where we really talk about and celebrate dads and daughters, because I think it starts there. It's those relationships between dads and daughters that really kind of set, in my mind, the foundation for what women look for in the future.
And that's why we're asking for young men, a man that is available to donate, it's going to be from 6 to 10, donate some time if you're really interested in our young people, to be able to be there, because let's set the record straight. There are a lot of single mothers that the fathers are nowhere in their daughters' lives. So if we can just make her smile one night, make her feel like the princess she is, then I believe, as the Bible said, Apollos planted, Paul's I planteth, Apollos water, but God give the increase. So if we start somewhere, plant the seed, then come back around a year or two later or whatever, or do another function, somebody else water, that little girl will get there.
Yeah.
But we have to start somewhere. Yeah.
I just want to add, somebody's going to teach daughters how to respond to men. I'd much rather the father be prepared to do that more so than somebody I never know. Because girls, they learn on the streets, or they learn in school. And as a father, I'm just glad I've been able to participate in the raising of my daughter. My wife, I don't know where I'd be without her. While she can set some standards as well, I think it's equally important that a dad be, or a male figure of some sort, granddad is be some male figure
Set the standard, yeah.
to help the girls understand what a standard is, to understand that it's okay to let men open doors, or it's okay to let a man buy your food. I mean, those things are important.
And I think especially Atlanta's only a little bit over an hour from here. Atlanta being one of the biggest hubs for sex slaves and sex trafficking.
Yes.
And a lot of our young teens want to go to Atlanta to party and things of this nature. And it is so critical that, in my mind, you have to get to young girls.
Yes.
You have to.
The sooner the better.
Yeah, because I think once, I just know being young, and I would go to certain young women, I would come across certain way, you would get some just look at you like, I'm sorry, you talking to the wrong person.
You knew to back
yeah,
up.
you're not, not me. And so, I mean, and I just believe if we can instill that in young women, I believe young men will get there.
Yeah.
Because they'll do what they need to do, but if young ladies accept anything, and as a teacher, you see it, the lack of value in themselves. Therefore, they accept anything. And I think stuff like this has to happen.
Our girls got to teach our guys. Our girls, they can do a good job of teaching our guys by saying, nope, you're not the one for me. Nope, that's not me.
Yeah.
And also this night, too, the attire is semi to formal. So with that being said, if there's a little girl that mom stick her in tennis shoes and blue jeans every day, this will be a night for her to feel special. We're not asking mom to go out and buy a new formal dress, no. But put her on her Sunday best. Dress her up real pretty. Let her feel pretty. And I promise you, when she walked through those doors and Dad walked through those doors, and I don't want to give it all away, it's going to blow them away, because I believe that you get what you work for. And what I mean by that, we're putting a lot of work into this, the committee.
And it's a good committee, too.
And it's a good committee. Good committee. And I thank God for my committee. Because I don't have to do all this alone. I accept their inputs, their rejections, and we just work well together. And
she keeps us focused.
And this this night, let me tell you something. I texted everybody today, and I told them how excited I am about it, because I just believe something miraculously gonna take place, which make an impression in a young girl's life. Plus, also help that dad that might be struggling. Because let's tell y'all, I know how you men operate. You well on the outside, but sometimes you're struggling a little bit too. So I'm hoping for a dual blessing that night, that fathers will be encouraged that they're doing the right thing, even though it's not all they want to do for their daughter. But this night, you're doing the right thing. So I'm looking for a dual blessing.
You know, it's interesting that you say that because I was thinking the focus may be on the young ladies, but I'm just saying this is an opportunity for a lot of fathers to mend some fences. You can't go back in time, but this is an opportunity for you to treat your daughter like the princess she was when you wasn't probably there.
That's
when
it.
she
Even
was
if she's
younger.
30 now, grab a
Now,
dad, bring her.
Bring her and
Yes.
express now that what you that you was unable to do then.
Yes.
And so, we know that a lot, especially in our community, kids want out of the way like it's a high number.
Yeah.
And a lot of fathers are not in at home. But still, this is an opportunity for dad to be dad.
That's it.
Because you're going to always be dad. But this is one of those chances, and hopefully it's the first night of many to come. Because I see this as a really opportunity to heal.
Yes, yes.
The timing is perfect. It's the day before Father's Day. So then that I think that adds to that special day for dads.
Well, we're coming up on a break, I think, pretty shortly here. So a lot more to talk about. Lot more. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Community Watch. We're having a conversation with Julia Russell and Marvin Williams about a fundraiser, a very unique fundraiser coming up on June 16th. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Ties and Tiaras. I'm curious, when you were in the discussion stage trying to come up with an event, what made this concept come to the surface?
Well, for me to come up with this was, now that my girls, we were a very close-knit family. Even though our girls was grown, they are grown, and we have a son as well, but on a Sunday, old as they are at this time, and when he was still with us, he would have them, y'all come to the house Sunday, we having dinner. And I'm like, I ain't cooking no dinner. In the back of my mind, yes, you are cooking dinner, because he just invited the family. So, and then the last probably 2 years before he passed away, he would call the girls one at a time and say, look, I'm picking you up. We're going out. And like I say, he started doing it more often. And they just would glow. Even though they were on their own with their families, one in Atlanta, one in Rome. And he would do these type of things, and I saw how much it meant to them. And so I thought about how, as Mr. Williams just said, coming up to Father's Day, let's see if we can cause another young lady to blush, to smile like my girls. I have seen them smile in the past. So that's when I got the committee, and because before last year, we done the, what was it called, the dance we had, the...
It's just the dance night.
It was
not gala.
Yeah, the gala.
Gala.
Yeah, we had the gala affair, and it was nice, and that was last year in January. But this year I didn't want to do the gala. This was laid on my heart to do. So we skipped doing the gala in January that we done the year before, which was a great success. And I wanted to focus on, and so when I got with the committee and told them, they was thrilled about it. And so that's how we came about it. It was just laid on my heart through my experience, what I had seen.
Well, it's a great concept.
I want to know the price.
Yeah.
Oh, the tickets are $20 each. And like I say, that's a full course meal, entertainment.
So, excuse me, Evangelist Russell, $20?
Yeah.
This is a fundraiser.
Yes, sir.
So, and I heard you earlier say it was entertainment and
Yes,
they're
sir.
eating $20?
Apparently they're eating a lot. 4 courses.
Yeah. I mean,
Listen, Mr. Swapshire, you know how
yeah,
people operate.
I do.
This is something, like you all said earlier, you and Mr. Hershey, that this is something new that people is not aware of. So you have to start somewhere. And the capacity is only 200 because of is being at the Civic Center. But we're hoping next time, once word of mouth get out there about how people were entertained, enjoyed, but more than that, how it brought fathers and daughters closer, even started a deeper relationship. We're hoping that in the future, when we can go to the forum, we will have to go up in price and everything, but we think for right now, for the laying the groundwork, the foundation of it, it will speak volume, and so in the future, people will know, hey, if they charge us $25, $40, $50 a ticket, I know it's going to be worth it. I know what I got for my $20. So we're just laying the groundwork.
and I get that, and I appreciate that. But this is what I'm saying. we, talking about us as a community, we spend a lot of money on foolishness sometimes.
Yes.
And then when it comes to worthwhile causes, we get real cheap. So $20 is your price, but I'm hoping for those men who really see this of value, buy your $20 ticket. But then, I know you ain't said this, I'm saying make a donation.
Yes.
Yes,
If
please.
you're a man and you have a daughter and you can't go, buy a ticket anyway. Sponsor a father that may be struggling.
Yes.
Because this is number one for a scholarship. Number one, so it's a fundraiser for a good
Yes.
cause. Number two, it is for an icon of Rome.
Yes.
His legacy.
Yeah.
And three, this is about daughters and fathers. And as a father, I can't be there that night, but I'm gonna buy my 2 tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary.
And I'm gonna make a donation because I just believe we have to stop wanting the world, but don't want to pay nothing for it.
Exactly.
But yet, you know, we want all these services because Thankful has had its doors open to the community, doing all kind of disasters, have taken people in, been there. And so something of this magnitude, I hear it's $20, but I'm saying people, don't be afraid. Please give a little bit more.
And we have people who've already said that they can't be there tonight, just as yourself, and they're going to donate. And so the more we get of those, the more capacity we have inside the building for people who can come. So.
I want to pay for. I want my 2 tickets to go. If you find someone who's struggling,
Okay.
They don't need to
okay.
know who it's from.
Okay.
But I mean, because I do see this of because I'm thinking about my daughter. I would love for me and my daughter to attend this. Now, if we will be going together on a trip, our family, but I would have loved to have been able to go this with my daughter. Because as a father, there's always things we look back and say, man, I could have done things differently. And I see this as a great time for fathers who haven't been perfect to say I can be better.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to it.
And I would say if there are any sponsors in Rome that would like to sponsor this, because you know it do cost. So if there's some sponsors that say want to step up to the plate, I'm gonna put my phone number out there. You can call me. I can be reached at 706-409-3106, 706-409-3106. You can give me a call and we can talk. The Nim Russell Foundation is tax exempt. I have tax ID number where you can write it off if you would like. So it is a legitimate foundation. And so we're just trying to be productive in Rome and Floyd County. Continue to, like I say, to keep the legacy alive and continue to operate. And so I just know this will, and the committee, we talked about some other things coming up, and you all hear about those later, but we're focusing on this one because there is so much that we would like to do to get to keep the community involved, to keep the community moving forward. And so we just thank God for this vehicle, the Fathers and Daughters Dance, to bring it together.
Reverend Russell was extremely passionate about education and kids. So, I mean, I think this is just a great opportunity for us to provide scholarships for needy students and students who are going to excel. And we've been able to do that in the past. And we see great things coming about that.
Well, you know, education, I'm a firm believer that I was the talented person. So education has been the tool that I had and that I use. And I just think we can never do enough to invest in the future of our children. And we say those things, the minds are terrible things, ways you see the commercials and you see all this. You can go do anything you want to do. Well, going to college is not free.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
And a lot of times our students need that funding. And we know firsthand how many times we've dealt with young men and the funding. Sometimes you got a great kid, smart, everything is going for them, but they just lack the funding to go to college. And we know a college degree changes not just your life, but your lineage life. It changes the people that comes after you. And so I'm excited that y'all came up with this concept, because we really need this, I think, in our community, not just for the scholarship, but I see this as a healing point for so many of us in our community.
Ms. Russell has done an excellent job of keeping us focused and moving things in the direction that it's going now. And I mean, I know she's the wife of Reverend Russell, but she has kept that going. And she, as she alluded to earlier, she has a lot of other things coming down the pipe that I think is going to benefit Rome, but more importantly, it's going to benefit his legacy and kids being educated.
That was, I used to tease him all the time, Mr. Herschel. It was children and older people. I said, so you don't care nothing about us in between? I mean, we're on our own. And he said, no, I love you all. But he just really had this thing about young people and seniors. That was his passion. That was his heart. And so
that's African.
Yeah.
That is. I was able to study in Africa, and the African concept was, you know, you and actually when people got older, they became more important in the community. But those people, those elders in the community, were the people that really spent the most time with the children. And so because they helped raise them while the parents are out working and doing whatever, that concept is very African tradition. And so, yeah.
We need to see more of it. You know, not just in Rome, but I think throughout our country.
Yeah, so we have some more things, some more umbrellas up under the Nambi Russell Memorial Foundation, because I find myself falling in his passion footstep. So there are some more things that shall be coming.
We've got to take another break here. When we come back, we will give you again the contact information so you can get your tickets to this great event. Don't go away.
That's what I need to do.
Your life is filled with opportunities to show the world you can take charge. It's waking up each day with a mission. It's working each day toward a goal. It's choosing to rise. It's charging forward with a purpose. It's changing the course of your life and taking charge of your future. If you're ready to be a Take Charger, enroll at Georgia Highlands College today.
Welcome back to Community Watch. We've been talking with Julia Russell and Marvin Williams about the Ties and Tiaras event on June 16th. A father-daughter dance event with a lot of food and fun too. You can get your tickets at Fazio Beauty Salon and Reflection Beauty Salon, or call Ms. Russell at the number she gave you. Thank you both. I hope this is a great success. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on Community Watch.